Yo, what's going on, guys? Here's my loss recap on QQQ. This trade was definitely a little bit anticipated. This was also over trading. This was trading in the PM session into a Friday close, a weekly candle close, where we had CPI data this week and then PPI the day before. No, we had PPI today and we had CPI yesterday. So the market's been a little bit choppy. The market has also just been a little bit like a neutral sentiment, meaning, a gap down ruins the risk reward for the downside, and a flat pre-market results in neutral sentiment, and then a gap up results in, right now at the time, will result in ruining risk reward to the upside. So very neutral sentiment, and there's a couple of things that I wanted to point out. First of all, on QQQ, what I was pointing out was that most of tech wanted to break out down at this range, putting in this higher low. This filled the overall imbalance candle that caused this displacement off of this huge leg up. Here's your imbalance candle from about 365.68 down to 365 flat. Your order block is just sitting right at the top of this candle. That was the bottom where we started reaccumulating, and buyers stepped into the market heavily right into lunchtime. So right around 11:40, buyers took control and started, looking for a structure shift, looking for some sort of move back up in recovery to close. And I was kind of anticipating this daily candle to close a bit higher, and I was anticipating us to test all the way up here at about 367.40. And why is that? That's because we had a leg down, a two-leg move down, one leg retest, two legs. We swept liquidity, put in a higher low, and then we start getting this very fluent price action to the upside. And usually with a sell campaign, there's only about two legs intraday. And once you see that third leg attempt and it goes for that higher low from low a day, it's usually could be a reversal to the upside. You see a break of structure and a potential reversal. And guys, this is a very simple mistake that I made on my end. I entered this right here after this close. I got the retest into VWAP, and I just held way too much weight to one fucking indicator on why to go long or short. There really wasn't much more to this other than potentially taking a higher low trade somewhere much deeper as a retracement. And why is that? Whenever we're range bound, guys, and indices and tech isn't overall moving, it's sold off and it's bouncing, now it's putting in higher lows, that's technically range bound, right? We have a very clear and defined low of day and high of day, and then within that range, we're trading within. We're trading within that whole entire range, therefore we're range bound. And chasing a breakout on a candle like that, chasing breakouts, chasing those bullish engulfings, chasing any sort of big time momentum candle that hasn't had a break of structure isn't a valid trade for a day like this. So, your break of structure, you'd be looking for something to get above that black line. We never did. This is still technically an attempt by sellers to put in a lower high. I held way too much weight to this very, very short-term internal break of structure, internal liquidity, where we're pushing down. We pushed down into this massive order block. We based into it. We got the leg up, and then I try to catch a retest somewhere around here and then anticipate a breakout into the end of the day. And I simply just didn't wait for the higher low entry since we're range bound, since there's no breakout favoring scenario in the whole entire market. Another thing that I saw up here at this time, this was 1:30 p.m. I saw a lot of tweezer tops on overall tech. Overall tech had tweezer tops on the 15 or the 5. You go over to Apple, 1330 would be right here. That's a tweezer top. With a very strong seller's ask sitting at 178, 177.90. Microsoft, same exact thing. We had a very strong seller's ask tweezer top here off a previous low a day for a lower high. That was a very clean, strong ask sitting there. And then we also had some other ones on, I can't even remember, I think Amazon might have had one. Overall, most of the tech guys, it had a lot of weaker looks. Same exact thing, tweezer top here on the 5 on Amazon. So overall, tech confluence wasn't great. I kind of got a little bit antsy to take one more trade, squeeze a trade in there in the PM session and get off for the day, call it a week, with only like, with Tesla for today being my only loss. But unfortunately, I suffered another loss late into the PM session today. And yeah, I'll make a recap on Tesla. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly because I'm away from my screens right now and I can't do it on my computer. But if any of you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. Have a good night.